Well, today actually is the start of a long, action-packed week of basketball action here for the continuation of the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. And we're glad to be back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center here in San Juan. Yes, we're just about to bring you this game between the JRU Heavy Bombers and the College of St. Benil Blazers. Benji Santiago, kasama ko si Coach Mike Perez, and later on, Sara Asido will join us for the coverage as she's going to be reporting at courtside. Well, kamusta na po kayo? Kamusta ka na rin, Coach Mike? At yung binabanggit ko nga, kasi simula ngayon, araw-araw, all the way for the long week, ang ating preseason cup na ito. And it's JRU nga versus College of St. Benil Blazers. And as we all know, these are very, very important games for these two teams na magsasagupa.
Yeah, very ironic nga ang implication nitong game na ito for both the teams. JRU must win all their remaining games to at least get into the play-in. Samantalang ito namang CSB, medyo komportable ng konti. They're really just trying to avoid any play-in situation so that they get to advance with the top three teams.
And later on, we're going to be explaining to you, dahil palapit na tayo sa the exciting part nitong ating preseason cup. As we're going to be taking a look first, etong ating team standings. Nasaan etong dalawang teams na maghaharap for this ball game? At ito, tingnan natin dito sa Group 1 dahil nandyan itong NCAA teams na ito. Ang College of St. Benil is right there with 5-2 at ang JRU Heavy Bombers naman, iisang panalo. At yun nga, kailangan nila. Basically, every game is a survival game for them. At yung importance. Ito ang tournament format natin dito tayo. Okay, this is gonna be very, very interesting. Sino ang papasok sa quarterfinals? Paano kang papasok ng quarterfinals? Matik ka ba na papasok sa quarterfinals? So dadaan ka pa sa butas ng karayom dahil nakikita natin dyan sa bandang kaliwa. The play-in, yung mga groups na papasok dyan.
Yeah, the first thing really is you want to get to the top three so that in each of the divisions so that you avoid the play-in. Now, when you get into the play-in, at least you have a chance to try and catch up with the other top three teams. Meron tayong mga invited na guests from South Luzon and Vismin who will be joining the four teams, the number 4 teams of each of the divisions, and they would play it out in the play-in for 2 games.
Yan yung binabanggit mo, yung mga schools sa Guangming College at itong Jose Maria College will be joining dun sa play-in group natin. So maganda-ganda yung mga pagdadaanan din dyan na makikita natin. No? Of course, eto na, no? Kung ready na tayo para ma-introduce ang starters para sa ball game na ito, let's turn you over to Ryan right now.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live on the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City. This is our third game of our quadruple header. Day 18 competition of your 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. It's the game featuring the Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers versus the College of St. Benil Blazers. Let's be the starters first for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Small forward number 14, Mark Barrera. Power forward number 28, Pedro Papico. Center number 8, March De Leon. Point guard number 9, Sean Argente. Shooting guard number 1, Sidney Mosqueda. Coaching the JRU Heavy Bombers is first assistant Vixen Ramos. And now let's give it up for your CSB Blazers. Small forward number 12, Miggy Corteza. Power forward number 4, Felipe Marasiga. Center number 21, Carlos Sumaba. Point guard number 5, Prince Carlos. And shooting guard number 7, Robbie Naive. Head coach for the CSB Blazers is Mr. Charles Tew. Your referee in charge of Mr. Gilmar Gucci.
All right, the players, the starters for this ball game. And we have already made mention the relevance of coming up with a win, particularly para rito sa JRU Heavy Bombers. Isang panalo pa lang. And every game for them is very, very important. College of St. Benil Blazers wanting to avoid any complications going into the quarterfinals. And let's see how this happens. We're just about to start with this ball game. Again, welcome everybody. This is the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. As we get things going here, it's the College of St. Benil Blazers getting the first possession and having the first crack at the basket right now. Robbie Naive. Of course, ito naman, Miggy Corteza opens up the scoring in this ball game. 2-0 right now para sa CSB Blazers.
Well, ito si Miggy Corteza, I feel is out for due for a breakout game. He's been having, very limited contributions. Kailangan siya ng CSB.
In the meantime, here's the first attempt para sa JRU. And Barrera delivering marked. Barrera is averaging 4.5 points per ball game. So, tabla tayo at 2-all. Breaking the deadlock. And Miggy Corteza goes back-to-back here in the first quarter.
Well, that's good news if you're Coach Charles Chu, because you want to see Miggy Corteza get involved early in the game, especially in this very important match where they want to, get better seedings come the top 3 teams.
So, it's basketball for JRU. Earlier, Barrera with the first basket. Here's Sidney Mosqueda trying to get closer as they set up their half-court offense here. Agente. And they commit a turnover.
The first turnover, actually that defense really forcing them to get into that error, itong depensa ng CSB Blazers. But again, going back to the point of Miggy Corteza, is averaging 14 points per game, pero very little contribution on other stats.
In the meantime, a myth by Carlos earlier in their offense. JRU wanting to make up for that boo-boo earlier. Here's Sidney Mosqueda. The penetration move results in a foul. No, actually, I'm sorry, this is not Mosqueda. This is De Leon, actually, who was trying to go for the drive. Marge De Leon will be shooting 2 free throws to try to tie the count once again. Dito, early goings ng ating first period. And we're back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. Hindi po libre merienda dito. But it sure is nice to have, your favorite snacks while watching the ball game. Yun lang yun, ha?
Don't you just wish yung pinanonoora mo libre pa yung pagkain?
Wow, di ba?
Sarap naman nun, di ba?
Sana all ang dating nun. Yeah. Robbie Naive is fouled, going for the layup. He falls down. He's okay.
Robin Ivey, doing that middle ball screen. Short roll there by Corteza, but Naive felt he can take on that defense. Actually, maganda yung performance ni Naive last time. 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He went 58% from the field and shot 60% from 3 on that dalawang combination nila ni Migs Oxon that led them to that win last game.
Yun nga yung binabanggit ko. How they wish na dalawa yung pwedeng piliin na best player.
Yep.
Robbie Naive.
Kasi grabe rin yung contribution ng dalawang yun eh.
Kaya nga. Pero ito si Robbie Naive starting out cold, missing those free throws, and over at the other end. And Sidney Mosqueda getting himself involved in the scoring for the Heavy Bombers.
Yeah, ganda ng recognition doon on that backdoor cut. That man was staying with him. Backdoor lang. Libre naman ang pasa.
Naive step back three. Set a go! So missing up, or rather making up for those missed free throws earlier. And he buries the 3. And CSB is up by 4 right now. 8-4 ang ating score. JRU. Ito, clear. Marge De Leon with his first field goal.
A good 2-man game there, and De Leon, all he could do was really finish after getting that short roll pass.
Naive setting up the plays here para sa panig ng CSB Blazers. A miss from the corner. And now JRU down by 2. Thought about it, did not go for it. Sidney will, pero he overshoots. And Miggy Cortesa touching the ball last. Lucky break para sa JRU to keep possession.
Yeah, tama ako dun. That was very lucky break kasi ang ganda ng depensa nitong CSB and they just couldn't close out with a proper rebound. Even the guys were already free. Medyo nagse-second thoughts pa kung titira pa sila
How about this off the inbound catch and shoot? Gente with a basket, and it's a big one here. Actually, big three in the thing.
Yeah.
3-pointer yun eh. Lamang pa JRU. They have the basketball once again. They're up by 1. Very interesting, fast-paced action here in the first period between these two teams. Shot clock down to 10 for JRU. Buelo, another 3-pointer. Bang! It goes in.
JRU actually having really good ball and man movement, and twice already they finished with the basket. They were able to make that shot, and they keep doing that. They're gonna give it a long night para dito sa Blazers.
JRU up by 4. Nothing there. That drive by Robbie Naive for CSB, and here comes JRU once again. Baseline jumper doesn't go. So ito naman right now ang Blazers.
Oh, what a move!
Oh yes! Miggy Cortesa.
Kita mo yung maturity ng Miggy Cortesa. Once he got that ball on the post, he waited for that post wing to dive. Nung nakita niyang walang option, ako na lang ang pupuntang baseline, ako na lang ang i-score.
On cue naman siya, no? Naramdaman siguro niya na pinag-uusapan natin siya.
Siguro he was also looking at his contributions on the previous games. I mean, you know, he's so much better than the numbers are showing right now. And, I mean, if you combine Naive and Oxon together with Miggy Cortesa, this is going to be a formidable Blazer team.
Like, it's about time.
Yeah.
Somebody helps out those dynamic duo. Gawin na nating most probably more dynamic trio. Better. For the CSB Blazers. Remember, second place winner in the previous NCAA. Historic nga for CSB Blazers to again appear in the finals.
And ito si Prince Carlos. Actually, he's part of the trio of guards that really grew over the years under the guidance of Coach Charles Chu. These guys used to play with Justin Gutang, you know, and sila mga rookie guards pa sila noon. And now they've really matured and blossomed into who they are especially in Filoil.
Ramdam na rin nila. Their time has come. Here's the bonus. Gets it to go.
Our Carlos actually the fourth points per game leader para dito sa Blazers, averaging 7 to go with 3 assists, where he's the third assist man para dito kay Coach Charles Chu.
Well, CSB is back in the driver's seat, ahead by 1 point lamang, 13-12. JRU with their offense here. Almost lost it, recovery, pero shot clock winding down. Nice move, pero sa crossover, nawala yung bola. Tapo naman sa kabila rin.
Yeah. Sayang, ang ganda na nung depensa palagi nitong Blazers. They're really making JRU eat some clock before they make any point of attack. Sayang lang, very unforced yung error na yun. That pass was a little way behind Marasigan. On first glance, akala mo si Oxon eh. Pareho kasi na buhok.
Exactly. We're more than halfway here in the first period, and it's still a close ball game here. Chance for JRU to take back the lead here. The banking shot. Nakuha nila muli yung bola. Last touch. Ang CSB ang binild. It stays para sa JRU. Ito na, si Big Soxon.
Yep.
Parehong long hair, pero iniba na lang yung estilo ng buhok nila para ma-recognize nga natin. Dati kasi pareho eh.
Correct.
Shot lock down to 3 for JRU.
Oh, good drift.
Corner, pero hindi pumasok eh.
Sayang, pero libreng-libre si Rydon. Good setup there.
Talking about Ray Del Rosa, the younger brother ni Rome.
Yeah. Ito, makita mo, si Migs Oxon always very forceful when he goes to that rim. He's always ready for that contact and malakas rin yung katawan niya. Kaya kahit papano, even in traffic, nafi-finish niya ng maayos yung kanyang layup.
Wala nang painit-painit pa. Atake kagad as
Oo.
soon as he checked into this ball game and gets his first point,
Yeah. Actually,
making the first free throw.
yeah, Mix is actually the third points per game leader para dito sa sa Blazers. Tama ba, Benj?
Oo, tama. Correct. 2 times correct. 14-12 para sa Blazers. First 2 points, the Big Tokson coming off the bench. As we approach the 4-minute mark nitong ating first quarter, nagmamadaling opensa ng JRU, coast to coast. Offensive foul ang itinawag.
Yeah, I feel that was a good call. While he was going up for that layup, that left arm was actually warded off. Yeah.
HM Miranda kapapasok pa lamang. Thought he had a clear lane. Actually, he had a clear lane.
Yeah.
And no need to push off.
Yeah, tsaka maganda na yung seal screen na ginawa ni Arenal sa kanya,
Kaya
clearing
nga
up that space. So airborne, he didn't have to do that. Just have to wait for that contact to come in and hope that the referees call it.
In the meantime, offensive foul then at the other end, called against the Blazers this time. Is it Miggy?
Yeah, that's
Siya nga.
Miggy. Yeah. There's that seal. Oh, there's that.
Ayun.
Bump with the
moving
shoulder,
pick,
yeah.
oh.
Sabi nga nila, pag nag-i-screen ka, coaches would always tell you, you have to give them time and space. You don't go to them because offensive foul ang tawag doon, matik.
Arciaga, natawagan naman ng foul. Kind of an awkward announcement of his entry into the ball game.
Oo nga.
Dito, foul. 3-point lead for the Blazers. That's what we made mention. JRU needing every win that they could get in the remaining schedule.
Ganda rin mag-screen itong si Arenal on all those ball screens
tama.
that we see, you know. He's always been giving that open space for his offensive player to create.
In the meantime, we go into a timeout with 3 minutes and 44. Here in the first period, it's the CSB Blazers just ahead, 3 points.
Vegas Barbecue, Battle Speed Sportswear, Official Monitor, Launch Express, and
It's a battle between JRU and CSB as the Blazers lead the game 15-12. Malaki ang tiwala ng Heavy Bombers sa sistema ni Coach Mixon Ramos kahit pa lamang sa height ang Benil. Alam ng JRU na ang pagiging isa nila sa loob ng playing court ang makakapagdala sa kanila ng panalo plus tiyaga sa pagbantay sa Blazers. Matinding depensa ang kailangang itapat sa Benil, lalo't consistent ang grupo pagdating sa kanilang shooting. Sa standing na 5-2 ng Blazers at 1-4 ng Heavy Bombers, alin kaya sa dalawang kupunan na to ang makakapagdagdag ng panalo ngayong araw? Benji and Coach Mike?
Well, that's what we're here to find out, Sarah. At sabi nga natin, equally important, serving different purposes para dito sa magkabilang teams as we take a look at the reaction of Coach Charles Chu after that whistle called. This one, ano ba ito?
warning on cottage of safety of Blazers for improper pitch decoding.
So the reaction sa coaching staff along with their head coach Charles Chu.
I think they were actually asking for a foul.
A foul
Yeah.
rather than just a tap out there, no?
Because as Prince Carlos was raising his hand for that layup, tumama there's a defender from JRU.
Ito na, Carlos. Just missed the outside shot. Loose ball foul. JRU will be called for it. Oy, penalty na ang JRU.
Very early.
Joshua Giab, tinawagan ng foul. Parang yung mga bagong entry of players dito para sa JRU. Nung pumasok, fouls ang tinatawag, hindi score eh.
Actually, both teams are shooting very well from the field, shooting above 50% from 2, from 3, overall from the field goals. Even sa free throw, much better except for JRU who hasn't made 2 attempts from the free throw. Wala pa sila nako-convert.
Tsaka stuck na nga tayo rito, 16-12.
Oh, yeah.
Sanko in the ball game.
Good
Ito
backdoor.
na naman ng JRU. Nice pass inside. Pero ang balik ng depensa ng Blazers.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough lift or force on that attempt by Arenal.
Oh, what a move here. And Big Oxon, talk about highlight after highlight, the way he's scoring here.
Yeah, yun ang problema pag dinipensa mo si Oxon. Di mo alam kung sasag ka o didikit ka kasi either way, may momentum eh, no?
And now, they have raised their lead up to 6. Itong CSB to be cut down here by De Los Santos with that lean-in one-hander.
And once again, Arenal able to make a seal screen to give enough space for his offensive player, in this case De Los Santos, to create and finish with that one-hander going glass.
Always with a lot of fresh legs here for JRU. Alciaga is at the line. Penalty na nga ang JRU. Okay, yun naman. Ang istorya ng free throws pa rin. Hindi maganda for both teams, basically.
Yep, and that percentage has gone down to 71% for the Blazers.
But they have been shooting more free throws as compared to JRU.
Right.
Oh. Pointing an accusing finger to the officials. Yung kasabihan ba yan sa probinsya? Huwag kang turo ng turo, baka ka manuno.
Pero dito nakikita mo importansya ng laro, especially for JRU because they wanna get into that final seat eh. At least to advance.
Ako naman, para sa mga referees naman, they want to have control of this ball game very early.
Right. And that's very evident in this first quarter. You know? Very eagle-eyed ang mga referee natin.
A 5-point advantage still remains a 5-point advantage here for the Blazers. Samantala, 5 of 8 naman na shooting na free throws itong panig ng CSB as JRU with that cross-court pass and results to a turnover.
Yeah, over-calculated pass there by De Los Santos. Yes, De La Rosa was free, but that pass was too high for Wright to catch.
Oxon, this time, long distance. Can't get it to drop.
Oh, useless foul right there.
Si Alciaga, kontrolado na eh.
Yeah. I mean,
Yun pa, isa masakit dyan. Penalty na sila.
I mean, at that point, again, hindi threat yung player eh, because they're, 80 feet away from the other basket. So, you know, you just have to go back and defend and trust your half-court defense.
So, a make. It's a free throw. The first one that they made, Actually, 2 free throws earlier, missing it. Now, ito may pumasok na for JRU.
Finally, no?
And 2 for 2 pa this time.
So now shooting 50% from the free throw.
Blazers up 3. Approaching the final 2 minutes ng ating first period. So they made a stop on JRU, trying to get closer.
2 minutes.
Post move underneath.
Wow.
Oh! So Giab making something happen to offense of JRU. Just down by 1 right now. Arciaga against a double teaming defense. Both teams in the penalty. So nice job for a defensive stop for JRU. Here they go from the corner. It's a 3. Nope. They got it back. And free throw shooting time. Both teams in penalty.
Well, since Miggy Corteza went out, you know, medyo challenge na itong sila Sanko and Mara to control the paint. And so far, you saw Giab underneath with that basket, and this time around, we have Sarmiento now going to the stripe. They've made their last 3 free throws.
Yes. Very, very important. Hi there. How are you doing? Yan ang sinasabi namin sa inyo eh.
Yo.
Lahat kami rito magkakilala. Kakilala na eh. Ganun. Split charities para sa JRU. All tied up at 19 here. 85 seconds remaining.
A little three-fourths press here for JRU to close out the quarter.
It's Oxon. Wow. How about that move?
There's really just no way of calculating kung paano mo dedepensahan si Oxon. Very forceful talaga siya on his attack to the rack.
7 points here in the first period off the bench. JRU wanting to tie the ball game. Nope, they can't do that in that play. Lamang ng dalawa ang CSB. Oh, nice play here. Sharing the ball.
Big guy sharing the ball inside the paint, interior passing, in transition. Excellent finish there by Mara.
First 2 points for Michael Mara. Good recovery by CSB Blazers to come up with a 4-0 run in just a matter of seconds. Oxon and Mara. And now on JRU naman, it's their turn. Let's see. Shot clock down to 8.
Good roll.
Oh, may
Sayang.
foul. Pero may foul eh. Ano pa rin yun? Maganda pa rin yung play na yun.
Yep. Good look there by itong si JL De Los Santos. Look at that. Squeezing that pass inside to that rolling Giab. Giab actually had, in their last game, had what? 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, shot 60% from the field in 26 minutes of play. So this guy's been pretty solid para kay Coach Migson, at least in their last game.
Joshua Giab only has 2 points, missed the first free throw. And getting the second one to go. So it's 23-20 right now. 3-point lead though para sa Blazers. Going for the last shot here in the first period. Migs Oxon holding on to the basketball.
Yeah, they want him to be the one to create the finish here.
Oxon against 2 defenders, goes for the turn. Can't get it to go. JRU, do they still? Oh, a foul! Indeed, there was contact. Both teams in penalty.
It's gonna be free throws.
We heard the whistle first before the buzzer.
Correct. So battle for that rebound underneath. That action there. I think that's gonna be. Is that on Mara? Definitely. Yeah, definitely it's from that action.
Well, totally lumapit nga kagad si Coach Charles Chu. Sabi niya, parang no need, tapos na eh. Patapos na eh.
Yeah. It was the right arm by Mara that got that swing right there.
And meaning it's not yet officially over the first quarter because there is going to be 2 free throws to be awarded JRU.
Boy, this is one of the longest, 0.2 seconds?
2 seconds, basically.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
So far, both teams are really shooting pretty well from the
So many
field.
calls.
Yeah, there's so many calls. That's
Here in the
right.
first period
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. We've had 14 fouls called.
Warnings, technical
Technical
foul.
fouls.
Meron na kagad eh, no? All right, we're just waiting for the decision to be handed out here. We'll hear it from Ryan. Ano ba tinitingnan pa nila rito? So kung, oo nga naman, nauna yung pito, so there might still be a little time
Time
remaining,
left.
di ba?
Right.
There might still be that little time remaining. Yun na yung mga ano siguro, I don't know, a point something
Yeah.
of a second.
At least I think there's a .2 something that could have been left on the clock.
Pero according to science, pag point 2, halos wala na.
Wala na.
Wala na
Hindi ka na
mangyayari
makakatira
nun.
dyan.
Okay, so this is how actually we train referees to be in good form and condition.
Back and forth. Parang what we
Oo,
call
diba? See?
suicides for players.
Suicide sa mga referees ito.
Dapat may mga ganyan din sa panelists. No?
Oh, no. Safe side ako eh. Ako na suicide, safe side. Oh. Stateside, pwede rin.
Yeah, ito, they're reviewing the time here.
In time eh. Yan
Yeah.
ang tinitingnan nila rito.
Yeah. Parang lumalabas nga, dalawang swing pa eh.
Oo, so mga
Dalawang
1.6
swing eh.
pa yata
Yeah.
yan eh.
Yep.
They call the whistle was earlier than this eh.
Yep.
So yung time na lang. Okay. Oh,
After review, this is the sequence. Foul on number 15, Michael Mara.
Uh-huh.
okay.
On sportsmanlike foul
Uy!
on number 16, Vince Sarmiento of JRU.
Ooh.
Sportsmanlike foul on number 15, Michael Mara. Michael Mara, second personal foul. Vince Sarmiento, first personal foul.
Oh, wow. Hindi lang pala yung oras. There were other instances of contacts. Huh? Ah, okay. So it's officially done. No free throws. There
Yeah,
were
because they
technical
cancel out,
fouls
yeah.
called unsportsmanlike. So 23-20 at the end of the first period. It's the CSB Blazers ang lamang. And so we're back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. And we're just about to start the second quarter after an almost, well, not almost, a long first
That
quarter.
was long.
Even the last 2 seconds was really that long. Pero okay lang, okay lang. We're here to bring you this very interesting ball game. Sabi nga, ini-explain namin constantly the importance of a win, to come up with a win here, either for CSB Blazers, as they're going to be called for an offensive foul.
No, I think that's stepping out of bounds
Stepping
on the
out
side.
of bounds. Okay, ang JRU naman needing to have a sweep of the remaining
Right.
schedule to survive.
Yeah, to at least get that final seat in the play-in.
So mga tipong ang inspirasyon nila, Miami Heat, ganon.
Parang ganun nga.
And we'll go the other way now. Truly last touch by the Heavy Bombers. Sarmiento was called for an unsportsmanlike foul before we ended the first quarter. Kabigayan pa pala dun, ano?
Oo. Actually, nakita ko rin yung yung swing ni Sarmiento.
Oo.
So I felt meron nga itatawag rin dun.
Made a stop. They're trying to bring the gap closer.
Oh, wow.
And Joshua Giab doing his thing, opening up the scoring here in the second period as Migs Oxon is fouled on his way to the basket.
Yun ang challenge kasi you had Giab finish on the other end via that rim run, and so on the attack back you don't have a rim protector underneath. He's coming in late, and so Mig Oxon attacked that open space, and so far this guy's been just really good para kay Coach Charles Chu.
He's got 7 points as of the moment, trying to add up to his production here, making the first free throw.
And I don't think he's attempted any threes yet, no? Puro dribble penetrate pa yung ginagawa niya.
Slashing move to the basket. Si Robin Iving, wala na sa picture for CSB.
Well, which I feel is good for Robbie kasi kahit paano nakakapagpahinga siya, no? But, you know, you still have enough energy for the other quarters and the remaining of this one.
Tsaka nagsisimula pa lang naman ito.
Good setup there.
Oh, how about that big basket, huh? Ramos delivering a three-pointer.
And normally itong JRU making 7 3-pointers per game, and that's one of them. I feel one of the guys also that they need to step up, speaking of the Heavy Bombers, is Ray De La Rosa. I mean, the guys...
He showed up back in the first period.
Yeah. The guy's a shooter from the outside.
Well, tatlong three-pointers na made so far by JRU here in the first half. Knockout play! And Miggy Corteza will be shooting free throws.
Well, obviously, si Miggy Corteza really trying to contribute now. Good step on the other side as he was sealed on that side shoulder. And all he had to do was go to that open space underneath.
He missed his 2 free throws earlier. Still continues to miss, but he's got 7 points in the ball game.
Well, and the free throws just continue to be missing here.
Masok yung pangalawa. Total of 8 points so far for Corteza.
To go with 2 rebounds. Look at that pressure there by the Blazers. But in JRU, very unfazed. They've got JL Del Santos who could break that press by himself.
Everybody touching the basketball here for the Heavy Bombers. Now the most important thing, can they make a basket? Yes, they can!
Yeah, that's another 3 there. 2 consecutive now for the Heavy Bombers, and they've been shooting heavy from 3. And
Oxon missing with a layup at the other end. JRU with the lead. There's another 3-pointer.
Oh!
Bang, it goes! Back-to-back for Argente. And the 5th 3-point shot made during the first half for JRU.
And they've been 100% on their last 3 attempts, speaking of the Heavy Bombers.
Here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
31-26. JRU coming up with a steal. And the finish by De Leon.
Well, somehow you kind of feel that all that ball movement and man movement by JRU really tiring out some of the players now for the Blazers. And look at that pressure there by JL De Los Santos.
JRU up 7.
I think Nives gonna come in any moment now. Yeah, he's back.
Yun na nga.
Yeah.
And Oxon will be going back to the bench to get the much-needed rest that he deserves after coming up with 9 points
Ang sarap ng may ganung line.
Oh,
Oh,
ito.
nice pass!
Yun naman, timing. Sabi ni
Oh,
Robin
yeah.
Naive, ayos.
Yeah.
Maganda simula ako pagbalik ko kagad sa court.
Yun ang danger when you have that one line stacked on the free throw and everybody's just above the free throw line. That's very dangerous on a sideline out of bounds for a dive. Yun na nga, yo. See that? It
Off
was-
the inbound yan, Flash
Yeah.
Express pass of the game. Brought to you by Flash Express. Robbie Naive. And how about that finish? Uncontested, unmolested. Ito, Marge De Leon also getting the feel of this ball game.
And he's been pretty good para dito sa Heavy Bombers. He's got 6 points already to go with 2 rebounds.
Si Robbie Naive naman wanting to be aggressive. For his return here, it's Marge De Leon ang sumabay sa kanya, called for the contact. And 2 free throws here for the CSB Blazers.
And with those made threes earlier ng JRU, they have, much better assist right now compared to the Blazers. But this guy right here, Robbie Naive, has just been sensational and pretty hot for the Blazers, especially of that last game.
He was part of the starting five. Unang action na nangyari sa kanya, turnover kagad eh.
Yeah.
Pero it really made up for it.
Yeah.
So right now, ito, free throws, making them 35-30. JRU. Ball tapped out. Corteza, 11 ang shot clock para sa JRU.
Well, I feel Pabico, yung pasa na niya na yun was really looked like more of an emergency pass kasi nagmamadali siya eh. Didn't really have that guy curling yet. And nauna yung pasa.
Almost called for a 5-second inbound violation. It's a foul.
Team foul on number 8, Marge De Leon.
Marge De Leon ang tinawagan. Let's see.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that was a push.
Initially it looked like he fumbled. But yung tulak eh.
Yeah, nga.
Ni De Leon.
Free throws, Michael Mara.
Asmara was going for that ball.
Michael Mara has 4 points so far. Free throws ng CSB. 11 of 17 right now.
This is a pretty solid 5 for Coach Charles Chu. You've got Mara and Demeyuga combining with Corteza underneath. Tapos Carlos and Naive at point.
So Mara has got 5. The lead has been cut down to 4.
So pin down for Rai. Good setup.
It just falls short.
Yeah. Barely grazed the rim. At nakikita mo, nandun yung range eh.
Miggy goes for it. Long distance. Tulakan sa rebound. It's going to be called against Michael Mara.
Yep. And Ramos had his number though. Na-box out niya ng maayos. He put Mara behind him as that shot was going up. That's the second personal called on the Mike Mara.
Hans po yung una.
Yeah.
Is that the second?
Yeah,
I believe that would
second.
be, okay, anyways. 35-31. JRU with the lead, with the possession, and with the basket.
Ramos, good recognition, stop and pop. After that handoff, going wing.
5 points for Patrick Ramos. Oh, nice spin move here. Miggy Corteza just hard off the glass when he released that basketball. Ryan De La Rosa. 6-point advantage right now for JRU.
Good kick.
3, it just fell short.
Ganda ng mga ball movement somehow nitong JRU. They just couldn't make those shots. After making 3 straight three-pointers earlier. Ganda.
Inside, something really great going with that move with Prince Carlos.
Actually, the guards of CSB that's creating those opportunities for the guys in the paint, the big men. And with Prince Carlos driving, Serrano really just gets to a spot na open siya, and he will get that ball in the paint.
So, pretty good size of a small crowd that is beginning to build. Ateneo will be playing again later on.
Later.
And they're going to be going up against Adamson.
And those Blue Eagles are really have their backs against the wall,
They're
having
still feeling,
dropped. Yeah.
ano nga sila ngayon Blues Eagles.
Yeah.
They still have yet to win.
Right. Searching for that elusive first win here
Oo nga.
in Filoil.
And just when Adamson slowly but surely naman picking up steam in their campaign here for this preseason cup. 37-33 JRU. They got a basketball. Rod puts it up. He got blocked.
The defense of the Blazers, they're every step of the way.
Corner three has delivered. Miggy Corteza.
Oh, another steal here.
Oh, hindi nga lang na-convert ni Robbie Naive.
Actually, this JRU, they've been showing all the man and the ball movement, but each step of the way, nandun yung CSB.
Oh, ito bumawi na si Ray De La Rosa. Sabi niya, sooner or later, it will come.
Yep, agree. Finally, si Ray De La Rosa getting a basket for himself.
In the meantime, Miggy Cortez has already got 10 points in the ball game, missing with that floater.
And si Ray De La Rosa can actually shoot it from the outside. And once he catches that rhythm, just like this one.
It nga lang, it bounced out.
Yeah. But that's a shooter's mentality. You have to find that rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carlos. Kick ball.
Yeah.
I would say a better quarter here as compared to the first.
Yeah.
Long
More action, lesser fouls.
Yes.
And better shooting too.
Ito na basketball na talaga ito.
Yeah. And ito si Ray De La Rosa now is made to cover Robbie Naive. Now he's got to play both ends of the floor. Good 5-second violation there. Good defense by the Heavy Bombers.
Kababalik lang ni Marasigan eh. All of a sudden, he felt cold again. And called for that yun nga, inbound violation.
Man defense here.
Somehow JRU still with a very, very good protection of this lead that they have. Not exactly that big, pero nagdadag. Oh! Yun ang nakadilihin siya sa ilalim si Giyab.
Yeah, tama ka doon. Medyo nakadalihan siya kasi he was there on that reach. Maybe the foul was behind that shot of the camera. And maganda dito kay Giyab. You know, may footwork kahit papano, can finish baseline. That was a one-legger off-leg shot there underneath.
And he knows how to protect the ball with his, well, wide-bodied din ito si Joshua Giyab eh.
Tsaka nakakatakbo ng rim runs eh, you know, on fast breaks.
Oh, could not get any of those free throws. Pero JRU getting it back. Kanya-kanyang turuan dito eh, no? Okay. And who touched it last? It will go JRU's way, so they still have the lead. And another chance to pad this lead some more.
Ooh, wow, what a move! What a move!
Good. JL De Los Santos, pinasabit pa. Ito si Vince Parasigan. Look at this move.
That was actually there was actually a misdirection on the other end. That point of attack could have been that elevator screen for Ray De La Rosa, but JL Santos, yep, you gave me this lane, I'm gonna take it. Come, go and defend against this.
2 steps behind si Marasigan bigla. Nothing he could do but foul. Pero the free throws.
Yep.
Yun lang, para both teams actually, no?
Yep.
Yung mga setbacks nila rito sa free throws.
But much better free throw making naman for the Blazers. They're shooting 70%, but the 40% of JRU is definitely not acceptable to Coach Mixon Ramos.
Well, Oxon is back on the floor here.
Oh, bad pass there.
Carlos.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. Good call. May ward ng konti.
Ang matindi rin. What I like about that is paano nakabalik agad yung depensa ng JRU.
Yeah, that's right. Better reaction to, you know, na bumalik sa depensa.
Entering the final 2 minutes ng ating first half. It will stay with JRU.
One thing's clear though, JRU's been trying to set up Rai De La Rosa. I think for the last 2 to 3 possessions nila, he's really getting him involved.
Already has 2 points. The problem is they know he's better than just producing 2 points.
Exactly.
Okay. Oxon missing the outside shot.
Grabing composure nitong si JL De Los Santos talaga. I've seen this guy play and he's very composed. Knows when to pick his spots.
It's Rai De La Rosa almost. Still can't convert. Still's got to double foul.
Yeah, that's going to be double foul right there. Corteza and Sarmiento again. Well, Sarmiento's been involved in a lot of physicality, ano? Pero gusto mo yan sa mga big man mo na lumalaban ng ganyan. But, you know, you can't be getting into those foul troubles. Especially, malaki ang kailangan ng JRU inside the paint.
Corteza has 2. Sarmiento has 3 for JRU. William C. sent back into the ball game for the Heavy Bombers. They're up by 4. Almost a steal.
Oh, that's another foul right there. And Corteza cannot believe that call.
Hawak niya na yung bola eh.
Yeah.
Simple inbound lang yun eh.
Yeah, yung bunggo eh. Kitang-kita yung bunggo eh. That little bump just gave him another foul. Dati yung bump, sayaw lang yan eh, no?
Ala! Anong dekada yan?
Tarang natin si Derek.
JRU up by 4. Another setup of their half-court offense. Oy! Naidukot!
Wow!
Patrick Ramos doing something wonderful.
Yeah.
Nakapayong yung depensa, naidukot yun ha.
Sobrang dami ng English na ginamit sa tira na yun.
Sabi niya, Tagalogin ko lang.
Oo.
Eto na naman! JL De Los Santos. Good play there para sa panig ng JRU Heavy. Another steal! Just cannot control. Oh, they will keep the possession here.
Yeah, and the Heavy Bombers really closing out this quarter strong.
And we made mention this is a better quarter as compared to the first, especially for the Heavy Bombers.
Exactly. This is actually a good half for JRU, despite them, you know, trailing for the most part.
And this is their biggest lead against CSB.
Right. Oh, Naive is
Maybe
down.
double digit. Nope.
Naive looks hurt.
Wow, Robbie Naive.
You don't want to see this if you're CSB. Look at that. Oh, he slipped on that wrapped leg of his. The good thing is up. It's good.
Yes, he's
good.
up.
Yeah.
We don't want to see players
Right.
getting hurt,
Right, exactly.
having some problems. Lalo na itong CSB Blazers wanting to have a solid position sa quarters kung sakasakali. The magic number is 7,
Right.
basically. They still have 5 right now. They have 5 right now, wanting this. If they could come up with a win, it'd be number 6 for them. And Robbie Naive is one important player for Coach Charles. It's a good thing he's up right now. Here they are, ang Blazers. Naive has got the basketball. Nice
good
pass
roll.
inside. Although, unfortunately, CSB Blazers could not cash in.
Oh,
Oh!
that's an offensive
Offensive
foul.
foul
Yeah,
talaga
you
yan.
can see
Pretty
that
obvious.
already. Yeah, pretty obvious. That's right.
Ikaw na naman. Apat.
But part of that could have been sold also by Robbie Naive, but yung shoulder very forceful to Naive.
2.5 seconds remaining. This quarter is almost over, but we're still going into a timeout. JRU with an 8-point lead. All right, back here with 2.5 seconds remaining. JRU up 8. And this is their biggest against CSB here in the first half.
There's actually the very good defense in the second quarter that led them to this lead.
So CSB, Prince Carlos, Miggy Cortesa, pwede pa ba? Oxon. It has been a struggle for the CSB Blazers from beyond the arc. And for Migs Oxon, if that goes, or if that counts,
Yeah.
that will be his first.
Little X action there with Miggy Cortesa coming up to flash in the middle. Little
Ay, naku,
fumble.
counted to.
Na-release pa, yeah.
Counted, oo.
Yeah, that's gonna count. So that's the third three-pointer of the game para dito sa Blazers.
A Hail Mary shot that was full of grace from Migs Oxon. JRU up by 5. We end the first 2 quarters and we'll be right back with more.
The light jersey with black shorts, 8 to shoot. He will use his quickness Dominguez this time. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Subs along with a fadeaway. Wala. Both teams, wala pang point. Ito na sila si Dominguez. 10 on the shot clock. Dominguez will make his move against Ken Subsalon. He lets it fly from 2. Got it! 2-0 for Mato Dominguez. At ito na si Jeff Subsalon. Let's see if he can retaliate with a long 2. Peter. And hindi ako nila sa Dominguez last touch. Ang ball mapupunta kay... walang touchdown. Okay. Mato Dominguez, atake nila. Teka muna. Hold muna, hold. Ayan, pwede na. Russell Dominguez will try to attack Subsalon, 10 to shoot. He's ahead by 2-0, a minute and 45. Starting one-on-one match. Russell again turns by foul and will take 1 free throw. The foul on 10 Subsalon. Tigil ang oras sa 1 minute and 36. Wala pa po puntos si Subsalon. May 2 puntos na si Russell Rodriguez of Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. 3-0. So far, Russell has been dominating this one-on-one in the board. With those successful hits. But nakalusot si Kev Subsalon. 3-1 now is our count. Minute 25, halfway point of this one-on-one match. Nakagaw dito si Subsalon. Nice steal. He will go for the option. No, he will drive to the basket. Hindi pumasok ang layup. Labas ng bola ni Russell Dominguez. Lamang siya ng 2 puntos sa minute ng 40. Low post play, spin strike. Banging bodies again. Nice turnaround. And you get the bucket +1. So, pangalawang foul na yan ni Subsalon. It's now 3-1. So 3-1 or 4-1 rather. Tigil ang oras sa 1 minute. It's a 3-point edge for Russell. Make that 4, 5-1. Kailangan ng 2 points dito si Subsalon. Goes for the corner. Saka ni Russell. Nakuha ni Russell ang bola. Tumatakbo ang shot clock. He gets the possession. Stretch working. Kailangan labas ang bola. Comfortably ahead by 4 with 45 ticks. And here's Russell. Will chew off the clock. Nice. Step back. Long 2. Rattles up. Nakuha muli. Ni Subsalon. Tuloyan ng 2. Yes! Di pa tapos. 5-3. 27 ticks. The ball will be for Russell Dominguez. Shaka is on. And Subsalon in the defensive back. Nakalusot dito si Russell Dominguez. Wala. Para po na rebound. Last touch kanino. Subsalon. Bola daw ni Russell Dominguez. Tigil ang oras sa 12.1. So pag 14 seconds, clock tayo. Eto na, Russell. Here we go. 10 seconds. Dominguez will chew up the clock. Down to 5, down to 4. Russell Dominguez almost had a steal. 1 second to go. Nilalagot si Subsalon. And that's it. 5-3 winner, Russell Dominguez.
And after 2 quarters, take a look at this. Survival mode for JRU, and they come up on top laban dito sa CSB Blazers. Pero we're just halfway done here as we take a look at Miggy Corteza open up the scoring in this ball game. Samantala si Sarmiento, he may be cashing in on those jumpers, pero he's got 4 personal fouls. Oxon, instant offense para sa CSB Blazers. And of course, the hot shooting from the outside for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Heavy ang kanilang production dito. They led by as much as 8 points. After 2 quarters, lamang pa rin sila. And how about this to end the first half of action? Oxon in action!
Pati siya napangitit, napakamot sa basketball. Good time to end of the half though. Well, looking at the numbers here, 50% shooting for JRE. It's actually much better than their usual average. Normally, they shoot, 36% from the field and 36% from 3. Right now, they're shooting at 42% from 3 and 50% from the field. Better assists, though. We were saying about better ball and man movement para sa JRU. Well, nakikita natin, not that hindi maganda yung ball distribution ng Blazers, but simply because the point of attack nila, which is makes Oxon really open yung lane, so he has to finish for himself. Steals, yung 4 na yan, very crucial in the second quarter para sa JRU on that small run that they did. 3 quick steals leading up to those 3 3-pointers. And more importantly, yung 13 turnovers na finors nitong JRU for the Blazers gave them 12 points converted leading up to this lead at half.
Something that has to be addressed by Coach Charles June. Most probably he did sa dugout. Argente top scores para rito sa panig ng JRU Heavy Bombers with his 9. Oxon and Corteza, both guys in double figures. Amazing. Pero the sharing of the basketball na nakita natin para rito sa Heavy Bombers in the first 2 quarters. Looking at our team standings right now, sabi nga natin, JRU Heavy Bombers wanting to come up with not just 1 win, they want to add more, and of course, sabi nga, kailangan ma-sweep na nila. Because if they lose this, they lose their chance, actually. You know,
Correct.
For any extension of their campaign dito sa ating preseason cup.
Yeah, and the magic number really to get at least into the play-in is parang 5 or 6 eh. For you to clinch the top 3, it at least has to be 7 wins.
Eh, ang Blazers naman, yung gusto nila yung magic number of 7 for an automatic quarterfinals appearance already for them.
Right.
They have 5 wins. Ito, JRU throws the ball away as we get things happening here in the third quarter. Well, muli po Benji Santiago, Coach Mike Perez, Sara Asido at courtside. We're here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan.
Well, siguro napag-usapan na nila, medyo mataas yung assists nitong JRU, so we have to close out on those extra passes which forced the JRU into first turnover to start the half.
Oxon, Sanko, 2-man play for the Blazers.
Yeah, good read. Defense adjusted, get the big man rolling and feeding him inside.
Cutting the lead to 3 right now.
Boy, the defense a little bit stepping up here for the Blazers.
Forced to take an outside shot. Nothing happening there. Miggy Corteza right now. Robbie Naive.
Oh, what a block. Ganda ng timing ng supalpal na yan. Stayed with it. Finished with that block. Good block by Pabico on the driving Robbie Naive.
Baseline throw in for the Blazers. Carlos at the long inbound. Oxon right now. Naive.
Oh, wow.
Miggy, nope. Miggy gets it back. Corteza puts
That's
it up and
the
in.
Miggy that we want to see for the Blazers. I mean, you get active on those glass, get the conversions, and that floater shot of his. Really starting to get into a rhythm now itong si Miggy Corteza.
He's got 13 in the ball game. How about this baseline drive naman by Pabico?
And he could be on schedule for a double-double too. He's got 13 and 5.
Oxon falling away, can't hit it off the glass. JRU hanging on to this lead, up 3. JL De Los Santos. 10 seconds to shoot here for the
Ganda,
Heavy Bombers.
ganda rin ang mga sets nitong JRU. Eh. Nice ball movement though.
Oxon, right in time to defend that three-pointer from the corner. Ito na ngayon. Oxon thought about it. Mahaba pa yung quarter.
Yeah.
Bigs. Tandaan lang. Robbie Naive can't connect.
High-powered scorers here for the Blazers now on the floor at the same time.
Naive and Oxon, huh? Barrera knocks down a push shot from the baseline. Extends the lead to 5.
Yeah, that's 4 points in 5 minutes. Pretty good minutes here for Barrera.
Miggy lets it fly. Can't hit it though. They got it back. Naive. He drives.
Ooh.
The tip. Ayaw pa rin. JRU now. In
Good
transition.
pass.
Second try. Barrera back-to-back baskets para sa JRU Heavy Bombers.
A good thing nakakuha sila ng extra possession doon with that offensive rebound. And they were able to convert.
Miggy Corteza had those nice open looks
Oh, yeah.
a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, I think ang mas importante doon is that he's actually making attempts,
Oo nga.
diba? He's not passing up that opportunity to score. You have to have that scorer mentality, especially if you're Mix Corteza.
But Corteza will sit. Off the inbound, missing. Oxon, they got it back. Naive. Sanko with a miss. Again, those three-point
Yeah.
shooting para rito sa panig ng CSB. They only have 3 so far.
Uh-huh.
3 of 10 right now from beyond the arc for the Blazers. They're down 7.
Yeah, and Arenal right now is back for the Heavy Bombers. The big-bodied guy that could help create for the guards.
Kahukom with a nice move.
Foul number 28, Leo Pabico.
Pabico ang tinawagan ng foul. Oh, so this is Carlos,
Carlos,
right
yeah,
now.
it's
Carlos,
Prince.
sorry. Ha? Mas marami silang free throws taken back in the first half. Eh.
Yep. And si Carlos normally averages 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Right now, he's got 3, 2, and 2 to his name. Somehow, on schedule pa rin siya on his normal averages.
Two for two for Prince Carlos.
Right there, Alorza now back on the floor, Benji. It's one guy that, if we talk about Miggs Cortez having a breakout, this is one guy that JRU also needs to have a breakout, especially in this game.
Oh! Ray De La Rosa. Only a second basket in this ball game.
And he's on cue. And that's really who he is. You got to play to your identity. Speaking of Ray De La Rosa, I mean, you know what, Benji? Yung mom ni Ray De La Rosa is located in the US. Si Miss Ali always watches the game of Ray.
Ayun
Kahit
naman.
may time difference pa siya. No? So nagpupuyat. As we see this kick here for Ray De La Rosa, coming out, of course, of the basketball family of De La Rosa. Dad is Romy, played for Shell. Rome now plays for Magnolia. And just a bunch of basketball talent and experience there for that family.
Could be early morning in the US right now.
Yeah.
Wow, what a move. Hindi nga lang pumasok. They'll
Good
try
fake.
again. Yung pa pumasok. Absorbs the contact. It gets it to go. Relentless. Ang Heavy Bombers, especially here in the third. And that depicts the kind of relevance that they want to have here to still continue playing some more games. If they have to go through a play-in, sabi nga if Miami can do it, Why
So
not
can the heavy
JRU?
bombers, right? Exactly. And they're shooting much better than their normal averages still. They're at 57% from two. And it's just the free throws that they really got to work on. Good on that conversion. They're pretty low at 36% right now.
Don't look down, but this is a double-digit lead para sa JRU, the largest here in this contest, 58-47.
Oh, wow, what a
Sako! Oh, yun lang nga, everything but the shot.
Very rarely do you see a big guy creating and initiating the offense. And Sanko just did that. Couldn't convert though.
They're up 11.
They're gonna get a pin down here for Rai. Too tight a pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Carlos, Oxon, bothered. Controls his dribble. There's a foul. Nangihinayang lang siya. Bakit siya pumasa? Hindi siya
Yeah.
tumira.
Pero yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, Benji, grabe ang body strength nitong si Miguel Oxon. Even through contact, very staying in control. Kanina yun. Siya nga nainis na eh. Dapat tinira ko na lang.
Kaya
Kaya
nga
ko na maitira na. Ipasa ko pa.
Baseline throw in for the Blazers. Quick move. Ooh! Sanko have been getting also those
Right.
point-blank range shots. Pero they still have it.
Tsaka malinis yung mga attempts niya. Hindi lang bumabasket eh, no?
In a miss from the outside. Still stuck with 3 3-pointers only for the CSB Blazers. Good stop by the Blazers.
Oh, good
Huli.
block.
Pero
Good
better
recovery. Yeah,
shot.
right.
Better recovery for Robbie Naive.
Yeah, did you see how Naive tried to slow down a little bit as umatake bigla? Change of pace, change of direction, stayed with the shot too.
Here's Rai.
Bad pass.
Yun ang panira na pinasa pa.
Yep.
Napunta lang sa kalaban.
Yeah.
But they defended well at the other end. They also lost the basketball.
Yeah, Oxon fumbled that attack to the open lane. And Naive now goes and sit on the bench. Giab too.
Talaga nga naman, Sarmiento balik back here in the third. He's got 4 fouls.
Yep. And he's gotta nurse it because kailangan siya ng JRU
Totoo,
inside.
ah.
Nasaan kapalitan lang niya si Arenal. And Giab too.
De Los Santos one-hander, hard off the glass.
De Los Santos had the right thing in mind to stay in control, locate those shooters. If there's none, then he's gonna be the point of attack. Good recovery by Rai.
3.5 remaining here in the third period. JRU protecting a
Oh,
double-digit
what a
lead.
pass!
Marge De Leon.
And somehow, you know, in the gym, alam mong good pass pag nakakarinig ka ng palakpakan pagkatapos eh. No?
And 10 points para kay Marge De Leon. Sanko could not hit the outside shot. Ryan De La Rosa in control right now for JRU. Got another chance.
Oh, Rai De La Rosa inside. Good feed.
Oh, nabitin.
Sayang.
And there's gonna be a foul.
Oh, and the players down on the floor.
Naku, Sarmiento na naman ba ito? And this is
Oh,
not.
yeah, where you want to be hit.
Yes.
That was an elbow right there by Sarmiento. But it sure looked like it's a little bit higher than... Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say.
Oo nga.
It speaks for itself. Talagang sobrang, ano yan, masakit yan if you get hit from there.
Siyempre, groin area.
Yeah.
The sensitive part.
And the thing is, he wasn't, you know, he was looking for that shot from upstairs. Hindi niya alam na, you know, the action was that elbow.
It is a sportsmanlike foul on number 6, Vince Sarmiento.
He's gonna be done.
That's his second
Yeah.
Number 16, Vince Sarmiento, out of the playing court.
Second unsportsmanlike foul. He's got 5 basically. All
Yeah.
of those factors in to get him out of the floor right now.
Either way, he would have gone out of the game. Kaya lang, since pangalawang unsportsmanlike, he's out of the gym. So you gotta watch it on live stream now. So I guess we have to shout out if he watches via live stream.
Sumabat. So hindi siya makakapag-free throw rito. As Biggie Cortesa has got 2 plus ball possession here sa Blazers.
Well, Coach Migson and the Heavy Bombers could not, allow this event to dampen their campaign, because right now they're still up.
Well, they have managed to get the deficit down to single digits. 60-51, JRU. Marasigan inbounds it.
Ang maganda naman yan sa JRU, you're really not losing much kasi si Arenal has been being very solid naman for your bigs.
Nothing much they can do with their offense right there. The lead is still 9 in favor of JRU.
Oh, good pass in the corner to Rai.
Bang! It goes in for Rai De La Rosa.
That's 2 threes already.
8 points in the ball game.
He's the youngest of the De La Rosa siblings of Romy De La Rosa.
And Rai De La Rosa also has 4 rebounds across his name.
Yeah. And he's taking those shots within the flow of the offense. He's not even forcing it. Gotta look for Rai again.
Baseline short. And Marge called for last touch. We got a timeout, 1:43. This is just the third quarter. Plenty of basketball action when we return. JRU up by 12.
Tangan pa rin ng JRU ang kalamangan, 63-51. Magaan ang mood ng Heavy Bombers pagdating dito sa San Juan. Habang nagsusstretching nga ang grupo, sinabayan pa ng mga ito ang pagkanta habang tumutugtog ang isang TikTok hit. Pero may mas gaganda pa ba sa mood ni Rai De La Rosa na may bagong kotse? Isang Toyota Race 2023 nga ang early graduation gift sa kanya ng parents niya. Tinanong ko na si Rai kung saan niya balak i-break in ang sasakyan nito. Sa Olonga po daw, banat naman niya na si Makoy Marcos ang isasakay na sa long drive at magkukulitan niya sila ng CSB player. Gusto na rin bang sumama, Benji and Coach Mike?
Huwag lang kayong magulitan habang nagmamaneo si Rai. Konting ingat.
Yeah, but speaking of Rai, alam mo, she mentioned about TikTok. Actually, ito si Rai De La Rosa has his own TikTok channel, so he dances a lot in TikTok. And I guess prior to him buying that car, he also posts parang jeepney chronicles. No, he shows his jeepney ride from home to practice every so often. So yeah, very colorful guy rin itong si Rai De La Rosa.
Mamimiss siya ng mga jeepney driver ngayon dahil may kotse na siya.
O baka mga tropa na niya, kakawayan na niya.
Ganun na lang.
Bro!
Joshua Guillab returns to the floor here for JRU. They have the basketball. Could have been a quick play. Ito ngayon, right now. 82 seconds remaining here in the third period. 9-point lead. They're still in front, JRU. How about the three-pointer?
And So far, the threes have been falling for JRU. They are now 6 out of, oh no, that's 9 out of 20 from beyond.
And they're shooting better on the floor here,
Yeah,
limiting only to 33% itong CSB.
Which is so much lower than their averages from the last game. They shot 48% from the field. Right now, they're just at 34. Credit the defense of the Heavy Bombers.
Well, dodging a bullet right there ang CSB Blazers. Another open look for a three.
Foul on number 5, Joshua Gia, penalty.
Penalty na ang JRU.
Foul, Joshua Gia.
Naku, pang-apat na rin pala ni
Yeah.
Joshua Giab, ha?
And so if Giab's going to be in foul trouble, now you have to turn to Arenal. He's got to be able to
Yeah.
sustain it until the end of the quarter
They've
habang ninurse yung foul.
And they've lost Sarmiento
Right,
earlier. ha?
agree. Yeah. And like what we mentioned earlier, si Giab rather has been very contributory to the Heavy Bombers in their last game. Shot 68% from the field in 26 minutes of action, scoring leading up to 17 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists.
Volleyball star CC Rontina in the house.
Wow.
Ha? Kita nyo naman. Ganyan nga yung suporta ng mga basketball players sa volleyball players and diba, vice versa.
If I'm not mistaken, CC's got a partner on the Benil Blazers team.
Okay.
I think so. So I just couldn't recall kung sino yun.
Pwede kayo mag-comment para maalala ni Coach
para
Mike.
malaman natin kung sino yung boyfriend ni CC. Mga showbiz ng basketball.
Oh! Another three-pointer for JRU. Algente, who top scored back in the first half, is at it again. Here they go. The Heavy Bombers, a nice finish.
And the Heavy Bombers just pouring it on right now, Benji.
And Oxon is blocked. Patapos na naman, baka makadali ka na naman. This is the largest lead in the ball game para sa JRU Heavy Bombers. I mean, the display of the sharing of basketball and the defensive stops. And they were really, really hot indeed. And there's still 1 quarter remaining in this ball game. Can JRU pull off a win versus the Blazers? We'll find out in just a little while. Pero yun yung binabanggit ko eh. Backs against the wall.
Yeah.
Survival mode. You lose this one, it could be the end of your campaign already. No
Right.
chance.
Right.
Right now, kumbaga dun sa mission nila to sweep their games, this is just the first, and they're still going to be going through a lot of battles to still sustain. Yun nga yung kanilang paglalaro dito sa ating Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.
And itong si Corteza so far trying to get back on track after starting the third strong.
(71-56) lead here for the Heavy Bombers. They have the basketball. Arnal. Let's see how this one works out for the Heavy Bombers. They almost lost it. Shot clock winding down. 6 seconds. Don't panic. That could have been big. Kailangan naman tumabaho pa ng gusto nitong Blazers. Corteza from the outside.
I guess that's the second missed three so far in this half by Corteza. Both of them very much open. And so you know, just him taking those shots, you know that's within his range.
Blazers 3 of 13 right now from beyond the arc.
Yeah, there's going to be a foul there. I guess as Patrick Ramos was trying to go for that elevator on the other end. Yeah.
Pang-apat na ni Miggy Corteza.
Ayun ang problema for the Blazers. You know, your top scorer now is in foul trouble. And so you expect that JRU is going to attack that matchup each and every time if he stays on the floor.
It's Marge De Leon who comes back into the ball game for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Open look for another three. Oh, banks it in! Call shot ba yan?
Yan ang delikado if you have a big man that can actually shoot it from the outside, especially if you're using a side ball screen, because immediately as you reject that screen, that big gun's gonna pop up top, and if that's within his range, ganun ang kalalabas.
11 3-point shots made by JRU so far.
Yeah. Ganda ng percentage pati nila, Benji eh.
Patas na ng patas yan for sure.
Yeah.
Son grabs the rebound here.
They're at 43% versus their league average of 36, which is pretty good for this game.
Dive, lets it fly. Huli tayo. Oh! Third try to make a basket. And Coach Charles asking for a whistle earlier.
Yeah, and itong combination ni Migs Ocson tsaka Robbie Naive, very underachieving in this game. If you compare it to the last, they scored 49 points in total last game. Right now, they are only at 22 points with how much? 7 minutes remaining in the game.
Every opportunity to score, di ko pa tapos sabihin, sablay yung una. Yung kailangan nila eh, right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Time stops, di ba? Shooting free throws, make those baskets.
And itong Blazers, they still have one more game left to play. That's gonna be against Lyceum. And those guys are pretty heavy too pagdating sa challenge. Yeah.
Dive it, ball fake, puts it up, and he scores.
Not really an easy shot, but if you're Robbie Naive, you're gonna take that anytime.
He's got 10 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. Lead has been cut down to 16. Joshua Gia on the move. Try to be fancy about it. Don't know if he's passing or shooting. Pero they got it back. Well read play. Gia puts it up, banks it. Ayaw.
Wow.
And he's going to be called for a foul.
Ganun kabigat dumipensa yung Robbie Naive.
Is that his 5th?
Yeah, I think so.
Yun nga.
Yan nga. That's talk about double black eye. Sobrang double black eye yun, no? Point blank, basket mo na dapat,
Kaya
nag-mintis
nga
ka, tapos foul ka pa, and you're out of the game. So that's 2 casualties now for JRU.
Sarmiento earlier, he follows suit.
And so, Arenal na lang ang natitira. Kahit pa paano, medyo nag-step up na rin itong defense ng Blazers eh.
Carlos. Look at the amount of time before they could put up the shot. Yeah, they got another offensive rebound here. Naive naman ang didiskarte.
Galing.
What a turn, what a spin.
That, my boys and girls, is why you do 2-step stride stops inside the paint. It gives you that second foot to break and be in control kahit na in traffic.
Ayan, listen to Coach Mike, ha? Boys and girls. 5.5 in this game. They got to make some stops, some Blazers. Ramos puts it up. They got it back. Ramos, his second chance. He's still getting those up. Oh, wait. Teka, kaya naman pala nakakuha ng rebound.
May tulak na konti. Yeah. But Patrick Ramos had opportunities to score there. Kaya lang yung rebound, medyo may tulak ng konti. Kasi medyo mahaba rin si Sanko.
Na-frustrate na rin siya. At close range, di pa rin pumasok.
Yeah.
So a good stop by the Blazers, down by 14. Approaching halfway mark dito sa ating ball game na ito here in the fourth. As Sanko.
Man, if this duo of Naive and Oxon starts to explode, it's gonna be trouble for the Blazers. For the Heavy Bombers. Lalo na si Arenal na lang yung big na natitira mo sa loob. Oh.
He also wants to get just a little breather lang, Coach Mike.
You know, we've talked about the toughness itong si Robin Naive and Migs Oxon, but you know, kahit gaano ka pa ka-light o kabigat, once na airborne ka, pare-pareho lang yan. Diba? You're light as a feather.
And he stepped on the left foot
and you have
Arenal.
And you have to be able to land correctly, di ba? Otherwise, that's why players are always taped.
Totoo yan.
That's why it's very important that na nakatape yung mga players. Dati kasi ang uso, you know, when that tape wasn't there yet, doblehin mo lang yung medyas mo.
Doblehin mo yung medyas mo.
Medyas mo, di ba?
Problema ngayon ng nanay, ang dami biglang nilalabhan.
Yeah.
Isang laro ka lang at ang daming kailangang labhan.
And somehow that gives off our age. Wala na yata nagdodoble medyas.
Ito na naman tayo sa sitwasyon na every scoring opportunity, they gotta make use of it.
Yeah.
A miss on the first free throw, trailing by 14. And missing both.
Wow.
They got it back. Ayaw pa rin. Wow.
Sayang yung mga pagkakataon na yun para ibaba itong kalamangan.
And JRU, really time management to para sa kanila. Pero they have been doing it since the start of this ball
what a
game.
setup.
The sharing the ball and then a loose ball foul on Arenal sa rebound play. Penalty ang rather ang Heavy Bombers. So, yun nga lang. Ito naman, nagbimintis naman ng free throws sa Blazers.
They're shooting 67% by my last, 63%. They've missed 12 already. And so if they made their shots, they would have been down only by 2.
And Oxon has got 14. Make that 15 right now. He's got 4 rebounds and 1 assist.
The idea for the Blazers is to first make their free throws and limit their turnovers, because out of the 18 turnovers that they committed, they gave up 17 points, which is really the story of the game. Oh, another missed free throw again, Benji.
But they still have the basketball here. Carlos. Oxon wants a 3. Can't get it to fall down.
Kanina nasa ilalim na si Sanko, had that opportunity to go inside, pero kick out pa rin sa labas. Obviously, Blazers are looking to make those threes.
3 of 16 from beyond the arc.
Correct.
And they need big baskets, really.
Right.
Dahil naghahabol nga sila rito. Shot clock winding down
Look at that
para sa
corner guy.
JRU.
Look at that corner guy. Oh! You immediately could see that middle ball screen happening with Arenal in there, and as De La Rosa fades to the corner and lifts, he's gonna be free. That's the third 3-pointer, or the fourth 3-pointer rather, made by Rai De La Rosa.
JRU still leads the game 77-61. For Robbie Naive, JRU is really a tough team to play against. He knows that this wouldn't be an easy game for them. Kaya naman hindi lang basta manalo ang goal nila, but to also build good habits coming into the new season of NCAA. Dala nga nito ang tamang mindset to stay focused in the game, plus ang kanyang Afrobeats playlist na nakadagdag motivation sa kanya. Kita naman natin, di ba, pinagpag lang niya ang akala nating magdudulot ng injury sa kanya kanina. Benji and Coach Mike?
Well, yun nga yung sinasabi na they needed to get 7 wins, magic number, to get them an automatic quarterfinals appearance. But Robbie Naive, we saw him fall down twice in this ball game, and he's still up and playing, although Oxon, my goodness, the 3-point shooting ng Blazers in this ball game, they're 3 of 17.
Paborito ko pa rin doon yung pinagpag lang eh, no? Parang walang nangyari.
Oo, yun naman talaga yan.
They're setting up that lob. Couldn't get to it.
Oxon coming up with a steal. Oxon! Kontrabiling! They're having their chances.
Yep.
But somehow, they could not get the most out of it. Look at the frustration on Oxon.
Yeah, kasi open floor yun eh. You know, that's his specialty. You know, he can create out in the open without that defense set up. And you know, to be called for a travel, frustrating talaga yun for Oxon.
Babanggitin ko na yung Pinoy step eh.
Oh.
Pinoy misstep
Nakakasanay, no?
Misstep ang nangyari. 77-61 JRU. Getting the breaks also in this ball game, huh? Hello, Santos.
Ganda yung setup na yun for Argente on that 3, hindi lang na-i-make.
2 minutes and 42 remaining. So there's that foul, penalty, in the act, free throws para sa Binild. And their free throws, they're shooting 22 of 35. Aray!
Wow. And I'm sure if Coach Charles Chu was here seated next to us, he would have said the same. Ay,
Kaya,
ang daming mintes. That's 13, 14 already for the game.
pero for him, damang-dama niya yung aray na yun.
Oo, dama niya. Funny, yesterday I was in the game with my youngest Riley, and it was a knockout game. And one of the referees there, si Coach Bayais approached me and asked, "Ano mas gusto mo? Yung nanonood ka na ng anak mo o yung nagko-comment ka ng game?" Mas mahirap pala, involved ka talaga sa game, no? Kasi invested ka.
77-62 here for JRU.
Skip pass right there in the corner.
Could not knock down those threes anymore for JRU. And a good thing about...
Ooh!
And I was just about to say,
Yeah.
good thing that they have the big lead on JRU.
Yeah.
Kahukom right now will go for the bonus free throw.
And how about that footwork by Kahukom? Twice already we've seen him finish strong. Good thing ito pumasok, but he's gotta make the free throws. Balik ka ulit sa free throw eh.
March De Leon coming back into the game para rito sa JRU.
De Leon, naka 8 points yan kanina at the turn of the half. Medyo nagpahinga ng konti.
Yon completing a three-point play here. As we're just about to enter the final 2 minutes in this ball game, JRU will add up to the lead. March De Leon, right place at the right time. Up 14 ang Heavy Bombers. Last 2 minutes. Pag naghahabol ka, that's not exactly music to the ears of the basketball players. And Kahukom, sabi niya, something has got to happen here.
Yeah.
Wala si Oxon sa loob.
And
nothing can much be heard from Robbie Naive. I might as well do my part. The climb starts now. A 12-point advantage for JRU. 5 to shoot. Heavy Bombers.
And Pabica was actually trying to get that ball on that baseline drive.
Akala ko nga patira na siya.
Papunta kay De La Rosa on the other end.
87 seconds remaining in this ball game. Is this enough a safe lead for the JRU Heavy Bombers? We'll find out when we come back right after this timeout.
Sportswear, official Aldrin, Flash Express, and Hayes.
And we're back here. This ball game, 1 minute and 27 remaining. 5 seconds ang shot clock ng JRU. Rebound here para sa Blazers. Penalty ang JRU.
Yeah.
Free throws ngayon para sa Benilde.
Tsaka pag tinignan mo yung 5 ng Benilde on the floor right now, you don't have Corteza, Oxon, and Naive. Not even a Prince Carlos. So what this tells me is parang experimental to on the side of Coach Charles Chu. He wants to check how these guys would be performing, no? Lalo na as they head into the playoffs. Because if you have more players responding well, then in this situation, that bodes well for you. It makes deeper your bench.
And you build their confidence.
Right. Isa pa yun. Experience really is the best confidence builder if you're able to perform in those situations.
79-68, an 11-point lead for JRU. With just over a minute remaining in this ball game. Dito naman ang binild. Well, they're trying to get themselves most probably in penalty, pero that's only their second team foul here in the fourth.
We gotta watch for Rai now. Oh,
A turnover.
wow, what a deflection.
Yun lang.
Na-frustrate din si JL De Los Santos kasi alam niya kanina hindi dapat siya nag-error.
Kaya nga eh.
He was so frustrated when he got that ball back. I guess frustrated and thankful kasi hindi pumasok yung offensive set na yun para sa Blazers.
AJ Miranda inbounds it. JRU. When it comes to sharing with the basketball and time management, kanina pa nila ginagawa yan.
Yeah, correct.
And how about this one? Bico knocks down a mid-range jumper. Well, things have really gone very wonderfully para rito sa panig ng JRU in this ball game.
And so they're gonna get their second win now.
Yes.
They'll be 2-4 and staying alive here.
Yun talaga yun eh.
Staying alive. Speaking of staying alive, at patuloy na nanonood yung anak ko, si Maui Perez watching.
All right.
I'm reviewing to you guys. And, you know, JRU is going to go up against, they have left assignments for Mapua, San Beda, and Arellano.
Hindi rin madadaling mga kalaban yung mga yun.
Kalaban yun if you want to get on the play-in.
81-68, a win para sa JRU Heavy Bombers. Taking care of the basketball, sharing the basketball, getting everybody involved. And of course, what a ball game with their backs against the wall. They really wanted a win. They were able to come up. Lost 2 players along the way. Fouling out, unspo, ejection. But despite of all of these, look at this. See, March. Hindi naman siya masasabing silent operator eh. March Del yun eh.
Yeah, because he was actively involving himself on both ends.
Alam niya kung saan siya pupwesto. Alam niya kung yung timing and everything. Actually, it speaks well for the whole team of JRU Heavy Bombers here.
Actually, maganda yung quarter na yun para sa Benil, but they just really couldn't make shots. They limited JRU to just 10 points. Lowest quarter production of that team against the Blazers.
The turnaround, the big turnaround happened back in the third quarter for JRU and CSB Blazers. Well, they still have one assignment left for them, pero yung magic number, medyo aasa sila. Hindi nila hawak ang sarili nilang kapalaran.
Yeah, because now they're 5-3. And so JRU now goes up 2-4.
We still have another ball game. Ang Ateneo will still on the hunt for their first win. Laban naman sa Adamson University. When we come back, dyan lang po kayo.